Yo.
So, all right, so you didn't do anything today.
Nope. I tried to work on the house. I got sidetracked by some other thing that took 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's still not completed.
Yeah. That's never fun.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I worked today, and then just kind of wandered around. You had one of our littles got loose, and you tried it in 3 different enclosures, and it got picked on in each of them. So she has her own little space. She's a little dark Brahma pullet, and one that I was going to keep. And
Yeah, she has one of those runs between the beaver coops all by herself, and
Yep.
she's absolutely loving life.
she's
like, this is the best thing in the world.
she's like, all right, because I'm not getting picked on. I have all the food and water to myself. I've got 6 times the area that you all do. It'll be temporary. She'll go in with
60
times.
60 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big space.
For one little tiny chick that's not even fully grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got some chicken moves to do. I'm going to separate the rest of the roosters that I know for sure are roosters and get them put with the ones that we showed y'all on the hill from I think yesterday's video. And then take all of the grow outs out of the tractors and move the ones from the outdoor brooder into the tractors. And then I'll be able to then move the indoor brooder ones to the outdoor brooder so they have more space. So it's just going to be a couple different runs, and the indoor brooders have some exciting things in them. Do you want to tell them what all we have in the indoor brooders?
Ducks.
We do have ducks.
The ducks
The
are
2
big
ducks.
too.
Yeah, they're good
big,
size.
with giant, huge beaks.
Yeah.
So funny. Like, the beaks are improportionate to the size of their body. They look
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yep. They're growing.
And I still play with them every day.
Yeah. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then what else do we have in there?
Chicks,
We do.
waterers,
We do.
heat lamps,
Uh-huh.
bedding,
Yep. 2 more things.
feeders.
Yep.
I don't know. What else?
What other type of animal do we have back there?
Fowl.
Being a little cagey today here. We got more geese.
We got 6 more geese.
Yep.
Little tiny but big, what are they called? Goslings.
Yep.
And they tower those little tiny chicks.
Yep.
It is so funny to see how huge those things are.
Yeah, they've grown so much. They can actually see outside of the brooder, their heads. They can like just look up and they're right there, and the chicks are like this big and the geese are like...
Yeah, and then the ducks can almost jump out of the brooder.
Yep. They're pretty crazy. The ducks are...
The ducklings,
The
I guess.
little ducklings, yeah. So we got assorted geese. I'm pretty sure they're white Chinese geese just by looking, because they're a bright yellow. Don't know if they're male or female. We didn't vent check them. Didn't really care. These are being raised with chickens, and they'll be separated between all of our different chicken groups, and they'll be hopefully raised as guardian geese. So we'll have them separated between the pond, the hill, and the other area, which means whatever run or runs they're in will have more pools. So, yeah.
Oh, more water to... Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that when I said yes. we had to run to Tractor Supply to get feed before my mom showed up. Not for my mom to eat, but for the chickens to eat.
Good clarification there.
In case it wasn't obvious. Because, sometimes I'm not very clear on my communications. But, so when we were there, we saw these goslings, and Katie's standing over by where the chicks are and looking at me, and I'm like far away saying no, no, and she's like, yes, yes. I'm like, no. And I walk over there and I see these goslings, like, okay, fine.
You're like, yes.
Yes. They're so darn cute.
Well, we had talked, obviously we wanted more goslings.
And they were only 3 days old at that point.
Yeah, they had just gotten them the day before, and so we figured we'd grab them, and they're being raised kind of separately. There's 2 per brooder, but if like when you're looking in there, the goslings actually aren't hanging out together. They each have like a group of chicks. Specifically in the first one where the brooder plate is, one hangs out back here with some chicks and another one's hanging out up here with some chicks. So it's super cute. So we're still playing with them a lot too, so that they're super sweet to us and they're familiar with us, and then also that they're used to chicks. And then we'll get them into the next section or station. So that's exciting. Hopefully it works out this time for us a little better and we raise them with chicks and they live with chicks, even though it might not be the chicks that they necessarily
are with
right now.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Well, we had fighting hens, fighting mamas today and yesterday. So we have a couple broodies in the carport, 3 of them. 2 of them have babies. One is a fairly new. One of them is Betty Jane and the chicks. Like, she's an awesome mother, and she's an experienced mother. And she's back in the back corner. And then we have Karen sitting just on eggs, and we don't think she has a chick yet. So those are 2 of the OGs. And then we have a new one it's a Bard from
Sir Crozelot.
And so it's a new mother. And she is as dumb as a box of rocks. That stupid chick, like that stupid hen is so stupid. She walks around in the area where those 2 other broody hens are, and she gets into fights because she's like, no, I want to sit on those eggs, or I want to steal your baby or whatever, even though she has a baby of her own. Yeah,
she was trying to collect babies, I think.
So, and then her baby got confused, like, well, who's my mom? This one, or you? Like, which one? Just, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to aunt's today? Am I staying with mom today? Is this my grandmother? Like, what do I do? Anyway, so we moved. Hey, you wanted to record Kick. So we moved that box of rocks into her own. Let's just call her Rock. Let's call her the Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Because she's looks like a barred rock, but she's not. Yeah. There you go. Not saying that the Rock's dumb. Just.
Not if he's watching, I'm not.
If he's watching, man, we should.
Okay, Kinsey, can you please? Yeah. So anyway, so she has her own. She has her own AV2 coop now.
We put her inside one of the AV2 coops that's in with all of the other mama and babies. Like, kind of we're letting them grow out because none of them. Well, most of them are frizzle cochins or bantams, so they're tiny, itty bitty, and we're not going to let them free range because they live in that little enclosure. So
the netting.
Yeah, the netting.
This is the one over by the 3 Vever coops.
Yeah. So
to our right.
We did find one of the babies that had hatched, and not a single mama of the 3 was sitting on it. So we grabbed it and put it in the incubator. Tonight I'm going to try to put it under her.
We thought it was dead.
Yeah.
Because it was just laying there on the ground. On the wood chips that are in the carport right over by Karen. And so it hatched, and we don't know if somebody just didn't take responsibility or somebody tried to kill it or what, but it was just laying there. Yeah. And so we just assumed it was dead.
Yep.
And then we went to go collect it, or I went to go collect it, and it's cold as ice, and it started moving its feet. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's still alive. So we stuck it
in the incubator.
And put it in the incubator, and according to you, it's moved. It's moving.
And it's fluffed up. It's dried. Its little fur's dried up. So I'll go check on it again and just make sure it's doing okay. But we'll wait till dark tonight, and then I'll probably put it under her, or I could put it under Betty, because you said Betty has chicks. Betty's a good mama. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure Betty will take care of it.
Yeah.
Her, I'm not so sure about. But she looks like she's looking for more babies. Yeah. So that's the only reason I was thinking I'd put it under her. Because I'm guessing what happened is after the one hatched, she still sat for like 2 or 3 more days, and then nothing else hatched. Because I think she was sitting on a lot of the new eggs, because we had one hen that kept going in there and laying. And so I think they weren't quite anywhere near ready to hatch, and I think she just got kind of tired of it, so I think she went looking for other babies or other eggs to sit on.
Yeah.
Something. It was interesting.
Yeah. Update on the all-in-one washer and dryer from GE that we got yesterday. Suspenseful pause. it's working.
We hooked it up.
We did. So yesterday, Katie and I wrangled it into place. That was quite the funny thing, but we got it. And it didn't go exactly where I wanted it to go, but where it ended up being is actually better than what I was thinking. But somehow we got it in the last push into this final spot. It was actually like perfectly level, and it didn't rock, and we didn't have to adjust the legs.
Yep, it's great.
And I can walk between it and the dryer. We kept the dryer in case we needed to.
Yeah, just in case, because we had heard mixed reviews on
Yeah.
if it just takes a really long time to dry, because if we want to do bedding or a couple loads of comforters and stuff, we could do one load in the wash, move that over to the dryer once it starts to do the second one and let it finish out its cycle there, and then they'll all be ready about the same time. So figured that would be a smart way to,
Yeah.
because we like the dryer. The dryer works great. It's just the washer was unbalanced.
Yeah. It was like there was a box of rocks in it.
Yeah. There was. So what's your thought so far? You like it so far?
Yeah, I like it. It's quiet. It's very quiet, in fact.
Yeah, that's great.
I like the fact that it has an app, so it tells me when the laundry's done.
That's nice.
It has a smart dispense feature, so we just fill up the detergent in this big reservoir and not think about it until it's empty, and then you fill it up again, which is awesome.
Yep.
The one issue with it is the lint. You have to just make sure you clean the lint really good between uses, but we should just do that anyway.
Right.
This helps with efficiency. So far I'm impressed with it. I've done 3 loads of laundry.
Nice.
I think the first 2, the smart dispense wasn't working.
Oh.
That's probably why it smelled like
It smelled like
a new dryer versus like a load of laundry.
Yeah.
So I haven't taken the 3rd load where the smart dispense was working and smelled it. But my guess is, because on the app it didn't show that the smart dispense was on, even on the screen it showed it was on.
Interesting.
So, or on the touch panel it showed that it was on. But then when it's on, then you can change it from no dispensing, auto dispensing, or manual dispensing, or like custom. And it might have been a no even though it was on.
Got it.
So anyway,
Good.
we're learning it. Yeah. But I think what I really like is I can just grab a load of things and just shove it in there and not have to worry about balancing it.
Yeah. Yes. I miss that about.
Yeah, and then I just set it and forget it, and it tells me when it's done, and go collect it.
Bingo, bango, I got clean clothes.
Washed clothes, maybe. May not be clean if the smart dispenser wasn't working. Let the water do the work.
Yeah, cleaner than it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. I might work on the house tomorrow. Probably not.
Yeah.
I have to finish the 5-hour ordeal project that I started today. Probably have to finish that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's not a fun project.
Yeah.
Not anything that's going to improve the homestead by any means.
It's nothing to do with the homestead.
No.
So we have to run to the store. We're almost out of chick starter again. We go through it really quick.
We go through basically a bag, like 3/4 of a bag a day. If not, maybe like a half a bag a day, actually.
Yeah,
So one bag every 2 days.
40, yeah, about 20 pounds a day.
Yeah.
Seems like. And it's for 140-ish chicks.
Yeah.
So not horrible. And some of them, we could probably start transitioning them a little bit, but I like to wait until the hens start laying before I take them off a starter. So it's okay. They're like 10 or 11 weeks old. There's about 60 of them that are that age. So
I want to transition the layer feed to the same
brand.
Same brand with
Yeah.
the flock shield and the basil and lavender and stuff it has in it.
Rosemary.
Rosemary, yeah. I think we'll have better luck with it. I've never really been a fan of the
stuff we're getting, yeah.
the Tractor Supply layer feed. It's better than some of the layer feed we got at Rural
Other way,
King.
yeah.
The Rural King stuff we've been using, I have not been a fan on. But it was better than what we were originally using at Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
But now that we know we can get this at Tractor Supply,
Yeah.
I want to switch over.
Yeah.
Just to
see
give
the
it a try.
cost difference and yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's nice, you know, I like the price of what we're feeding, but yeah, it's not,
I feel like their eggs just have too thin of shells
Yeah.
for what we're used to.
yeah. Just, yeah,
Yeah.
all the good supplements. I was hoping that the garden would be booming a lot more than it is. I mean, it's all coming up. All of my seeds are starting to sprout, but I planted a whole bunch of extra herbs and stuff because I wanted to start mixing it into their feed and and then also their dust bath, just so they had all of that. And then when we do the coop clean outs and stuff, got to rake everything and add more deep bedding, just kind of mix it around for the ones that when we get so much rain, it gets too muddy. So I just try to keep the bedding super thick so that when it rains, they're not standing in water. Anything else?
No.
Nope.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it for the day.
Okay. Yeah, I have to decide where I want to move all the chickens and then actually physically move them.
Yes, we should move chickens.
Yeah, I want to do that tonight if we can, after we get food.
Maybe.
Good times.
Yep. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Goodbye.
Take care.